As I said, we have all four branches of the Regnum Christi spiritual family here present, and I want to let Jose Mateos say a little bit more about himself. He's one of the lay consecrated men of Regnum Christi. Please welcome him.
Well, good afternoon. First, my name is Jose Mateos, but you can call me Pepe. It's easier. I'm not French because many people think because of Pepe Le Pew that I'm French. I'm not French. I'm Mexican. I live in Mexico. And I apologize in advance for my English. I'm not that used to speaking in English. I have been member of Regnum Christi for 24 years. I became Regnum Christi while I was studying my university studies. I met the first legionary there, and then I became member in 1991. By 1993, I became a co-worker, RC missionary. I was sent to South America in Chile for 2 years. I met there Father Donald, where is he? And after 2 years, I found, well, after the first year, but I gave 2 years, I found my vocation as consecrated man in Regnum Christi. It was very funny because before that, I met about 3 consecrated men in my life. It was not like I wanted to be like them. It was more like, what a weird person. But in some moment, being co-worker there, I was working in Viña del Mar. Viña del Mar, there were no legionaries, no legionary school, no consecrated men or women. So I was by myself there. But I found that Regnum Christi was able to change the life of the people. And I understood that I was called to give my whole life with that charism for the church and for the people. So I remember going to my spiritual director and said, Father, I think God is calling me to consecrate my life. And he asked, color or black? And I said, not color, of course, but explain it what it is. Because I don't have a clue. What is that? So he started to explain to me. And I'm still understanding, little by little, because you receive the call, even when you don't fully understand what is that call. These last years, we have had time for reflection. It has been a year. They have been years with cross, of course, but a cross with Christ. And Christ is always redemption, life, and hope. And after these years, we have better understood our vocation. We are 3 realities at the same time. We are Regnum Christi, of course, lay, and consecrated. And we understand ourselves, talking about bridges, we understand ourselves as a bridge between the 3 realities in Regnum Christi. Because we share with all the realities, legionaries, first and second degree members, and consecrated members. We all are Regnum Christi. We share that charism. But also we are lay people, lay person. And we share that fully with first and second degree members. As lay people, we are called by God to be the ones who change the world, to work with the temporary realities and to change them, because the work or the task for the priests is to be pastors, is to be the sign of Christ as the good pastor, of the good shepherd. For them, their work is to go with us, to feed us, to give us the sacraments. For the religious, their task is to remind us that there is heaven and that we are walking out to heaven. They are pointing out to heaven. But for the lay people, all the ones who are baptized, and we are not priests, not religious, our task is to work to change the world, to change the reality, the temporary realities. Christ came to make all things new. And we, as lay people, we are the sign of Christ the Redeemer, who touches the realities and he changes the realities in this world. So politics, economics, life, health, education, family, all the temporary realities are our mission. So as lay people, we share that with all Regnum Christi members. And also, we share with legionaries our consecration, because we are 100 consecrated, the 3 vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. And we share the same, just the very same consecration to God. So we understand ourselves as this bridge that unites all these realities. So that's why we feel fully Regnum Christi, fully consecrated, fully lay people. And that's what we have been understanding these last years, to understand fully that we are not like halfway of a vocation, it's a full vocation. Let me introduce you with consecrated men who are working at the States. First, Tony McDonnell, if you can raise your hand. Tony McDonnell. He is working here in the area of New York. Then Fernando Suarez, who is working at Atlanta. He used to be in New York, but then he was moved to Atlanta. And then Antonio Massa, who just came back to work again in the IPS in Washington. So they are the ones who are working in this area. I have the grace, the blessing to be the territory director for the consecrated men in the States and in Mexico. So I ask you for your prayers. So I have the light of the Holy Spirit to do it well, or not that bad, at least. And for vocations, I'm working now with co-workers in Mexico, the RC missionaries in Mexico. I can tell you that through them, I am receiving a lot of hope, because you cannot understand how there are young people who are at the university or at the end of the high school, and then that they want to spend their life, 1 year of their life, doing a job that nobody will do, even paid. I just came from Oakland, the academy, the border school there, and you see, I mean, what are the young people doing here? They go every day to take care of the kids, wake them up, be with them all the time, go to bring them to bed. I mean, not paid, just because they want to do something for others and from Christ. You cannot understand. And what is happening here? People 18, 19, 20 years old, that they can be doing whatever else in whatever place, and they do this just out of love for God. And I have been founding year after year more people, more deeply committed with Christ and with Regnum Christi and with the church. And you see that this is not a human organization. This is something done by God. Otherwise, you cannot understand why this happens. And to be here with you and to see the faces of all of you, I feel the same. I mean, this is not a human organization. This is the work of God. He knows what he wants to do, and he is the one who moves all the hearts of the ones who are here, because all of us have reasons to be here. All of us find reasons to be in Regnum Christi, in the apostolates, or in the schools, or whatever. But there is also something in our hearts that we cannot even explain that moves us to be here. And that's the work of the Holy Spirit, the work of God, who is moving all the ones who are called to Regnum Christi in the several vocations. Thank you so much for being here.